Good morning, fellow Nigerians across the globe. I am George Onibe once again. And of course, a very quick one this morning. And that is to inform every Nigerian home and abroad that it is not over until it's all over. There were times Nigerians operated on the same value system. Of course, not entirely homogeneous communities, but our value was properly balanced. And I should say, relatively, we got our identity as a result of that. But along the line, because we failed to align our values, because some values want to replace other values, you begin to see some of the ills that plague us as a nation today. Nepotism was baited, tribalism, to mention but a few. All of them were evilly deep-rooted in the Nigerian circle. It is still being promoted by ignorant people today. It has threatened the existence of so many ethnic groups. We have lost lands. We have lost a lot of things because we didn't check it. And most people will be wondering, why are we staying put? The Anyoma state creation becomes an issue. The tax reform bill of making the king of Hausa to become a king is an issue. The Igbo unity beggars are an issue. The political arena, they are fighting. The governors and those who are leading us are cat and dog. But don't forget, despite the fact that in my last broadcast I made you to understand that they have a rallying point. This morning I am here to tell you that you can only be appreciated in Nigeria as a Nigerian based on your value. And I'm sure you know it is applicable all over the world. And so that by the time you find yourself being rejected, check your value. By the time you want to be appreciated for who you really are, check your value. And now the issue of value is a very broad topic to discuss. I will not be able to exhaust it. But let me remind you what we are here to do. We are here to make sure that nobody will lower our value system. As an Agbo man, as an Eka man, nobody will lower our value system. We never consciously acknowledge its existence. But only the true indigene will know that this is what keeps us alive. This is the only reason why we are still here. Value. I made a mention of a particular country in my yesterday broadcast, and that was the Persian Empire. Recently, we are beginning to research many countries around the world who have survived different dispensation and transition globally. It's amazing. Something kept them there. The Iran people you see today, all the crises going on there, they are still standing today because of their value. Today in Nigeria, there was a conspiracy against the indigenous people, and that is to bring all of us to one culture. And maybe all of us will have to become Igbo in the end. Or maybe all of us have to become Hausa in the end. And maybe all of us have to become Yoruba in the end. It's the idea of value that was not balanced. That is why today, even the Wazobia were crushed. Because it is a foundation laid on falsehood. They didn't balance or consider the value. And only those who are alive today and strong as Nigerian ethnic group recognized in Nigeria, because these people did not lower their value. I still want it to serve, this broadcast to serve as a message to those who want to incorporate me into their own system, that it will not work. Let's focus on value. Like I said, it's a very wide topic to discuss in terms of type and aspect. We have terminal value. Terminal value is those quality, those efforts, those things you put in to maintain your peace. Nobody can disturb your peace. You value your peace. And so you go to certain length to maintain your peace. Believe me, there are things I don't do because I love my peace. And what I know will take away my peace, I don't do it. And some of you don't even know what peace is all about. You are making problem, you are looking problem. And I love peace. It's a value. And how can we flow? I simply want to respect you and move on. But you, trouble they sleep, in Yanga they can't wake up. Because I'm a peaceful man, doesn't mean there are no atoms of violence in me. No. All of us were created with anger. Even the Creator himself, according to the Bible, has anger because he was angry and he destroyed the world. But yet he's a peace-loving God. It is the value you add for peace that makes you strive for it. Terminal value. On the same type of peace, we can talk about cultural value. And that is going to be the major focus of this discussion. Cultural value. These are the principles that enables group of people to coexist and fight to protect who they are. And then you have the instrumental value. This is the value you place on the process that enables you to create the cultural value. And of course, when you talk about the aspect, you have money value. The value you place in money is not the value I place in money. I keep telling you all the time. We value money. And so we use money. But other people value money and money use them. A musician once sang. He said, God made man and man made money. And money made another man to take another man's wife. I think that should be Yellow Man. He was saying one aspect of the value of money to some people. But I'm not sure every rich people are looking for people's wife. Some people, once they have money, this is because they don't even know the true value of money. Looking at other aspects of value, you can see personal value. Personal value. Some don't value themselves. And they want you to value them. And then you can look at utility value. The importance of what value brings into your life. But all this having been said, you will not get the message if I don't conjure them together. And now, we go back to where it all began. Nigeria. A conflict between supposedly three major ethnic groups. They cannot align. The Yoruba and the Hausa and the Fulani cannot align. It is not because they hate each other. Because the last time I checked, there are Yoruba and Hausa that are perfectly very close friends, colleagues in the office. They can't do without each other. There are a lot of Igbo people married to Yoruba, Hausa, and vice versa. These were value built individually. But we're looking at a nation. In the external, in the open, in the broader view, they are very skeptical when it comes to having a relationship across board. Why? Because their values are different. The Yoruba person, for instance, has a value of greeting. Whatever happens to you, they greet you. When you fall, they have greeting for it. When rain falls, they have greeting for you. When you are in labor, they have greeting for you. When you are suffering, they have greeting for everybody. That does not actually mean they just greeting you. Sometimes it's not real, but this is value. Cultural demand that you greet. No wonder you hear things like Ekuju. The rain just fell. Somebody is telling you happy rainfall. And then you go on to hear people who say Ekusimi Lano. Ekusimi Lano. Greeting you for the days that has passed. It's been a while. This is who they are. This is their value. No wonder they dobale according to them. This is their value. This value has made both the arrogant Yoruba and the respectful Yoruba to balance alliance. Look at, for instance, the video. Let's say he's wealthy enough, courtesy of his father, not because he worked harder than any of us. But that is not the issue. But when he appeared before great men, who he may even be greater than, he still dobale. He still bow to greet. It just looks stupid when you see somebody like Tinubu going to bow down to greet somebody, despite the fact he's a governor, a president of Nigeria. You will not understand it. This is value. They know who to dobale for. There are a lot of things they have initiated that makes them who they are. And then you go across the other board. It's not as if it's wrong, but that is their value. They don't respect anybody. They can even see their father and tell their father, how you doing now? Daddy, how are you now? But if it's work for them, it's okay for them. But don't go to Yoruba man and tell the Yoruba man, how are you now? An elder. You have shut them off completely. Most especially when you are a younger person. Because in their own cultural value, the younger people must greet the elderly people. I see these days, because we are lowering down our value. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, your children will not even remember to greet you. Some of them will just say, Daddy, good morning. They don't put sir anymore. At least as a little reference of somebody higher. Not everybody will react. But the truth is that most of this attitude will shut you off. And you that have this value, cultural value, think you are superior. Have you considered how your cultural value affects the rest? Because while we are trying to solve Nigeria problem, there is no seminar. There is no motivation. There is no gang up, no recruit, no social media saga, no social media warrior can undo that damage or that unity that can be built if we understand the role value have to play. Let's go back to Anyoma creation. A lot of our people, including the people that come from Nedinwoku's supposed community, if it's actually Anyoma man, they are not comfortable. Why? We all speak Bia according to them. We all use for market day according to them. And many other things they say. Amazingly, no Abo man, no Abo blood individual will come out and tell you that we the Abo people are Igbo. Nobody. That is why when we see Igbo Biafra people hiring small boys to come and say, oh, Agbo is Igbo. Hey, don't call us that we are not Igbo. We use for market today. Hey, when we see it, you can sell that lies. You can sell that lie. But understand that the lie will never outrun the truth. And if we may ask, who told you that the 4 market days was introduced by Igbo people? Which of the Igbo? Because they say it louder. I showed you a picture of the Eban of the Edo Kingdom right there in Oka. Before you know, these Igbo Biafra people will claim it. And we will be dragging. It Benin to Benin. You know, it's not Benin. Maybe they are the owner of ancient Benin Kingdom. You can lie. You can sell this lie. But you see this issue of value. Everybody must work on themselves. We cannot have the same value because we do not appreciate life in the same way. We don't see life from the same angle. But then balance this value. That is the only way we are going to enjoy this Nigeria. And now I'm coming. They're paying people, oh, Agbo is Igbo, everything belongs to Igbo. Every of our culture, tradition, our heritage, all of them have been stolen by Igbo Biafra because they have a louder voice. And we have not dragged with them. But you see, we cannot blend because the value, the difference between our value and their value is like day and night. I listened to one of those hired unity beggars. They will organize themselves and set up interview. Yeah, young man, some Anyoma people are afraid that when they add them to the Southeast, that the Southeast will do like this because of sit at home and because of this one. How do you see it? The guy started blabbing. You know, they want to prove to you they are intelligent. We didn't go to school. I'm not sure I finished secondary school. But I also know that you don't go to school to get sense. You go to school to be educated. Our ancestors did not go to school. They had sense. And that is the only reason you have a bunch of intellectual, dishonest people everywhere. Very naive and ignorant. They are educated. They don't have sense. And so they can easily deceive you. Yes, when Onitsha, because now they want to bring Onitsha to Anyoma. Because they can't take Anyoma to the Southeast. But they are deceiving themselves. I'm coming. The young man was telling them that, no, if a pregnant man, and pram was talking rubbish, it doesn't make sense. These people, they cannot debate with you. They always hide. Have a conversation with them. It breaks out with arrogancy. You never conclude that discussion. They were asking questions, a kind of to empty our fears. But we have no fear because we have been living in the prison of fear as far as we can remember. What they were actually talking is about value. Maybe when we have more upgrade facility, I will be pinpointing all these things for you in a preview video so you will understand. And so the Igbo of the Southeast have the value of sitting at home. One lunatic, Colonel Kanu, will order sit at home. All the people who say they are intelligent, the richest tribe will sit at home. That is their value. Even the federal government cannot interfere. That is their value. One idiot can come out anywhere and talk rubbish. All of them will do like this. You don't do that. No normal Abo person can come out under any circumstance and issue an order to the whole Abo people, to the whole Eka people. Nobody does that. Irrespective of your financial background, your political stature, your rank in terms of culture, tradition, monarch or anyone, nobody does that. Because people will ask you questions. And now, according to our value, when you explain yourself, they will ask you to hold on. They will communicate to each other. And that is why you see when Nedinwoko is running up and down, they are just looking at him. And that is why we begin to question the value of Nedinwoko, if it's really a Anyoma person. Because we have value. And by the time everybody agree, then we move on. We do New Yam Festival. We did not learn it from Igbo people because Igbo people do not farm yam. Outside of Baru, Igbo don't have yam. What they have is 3-leaf yam. But the way they promote New Yam Festival, you will think that they are Zakembia. You will think that they are Oto. You will think that they are Idoma people who farm yam. But all these people I mentioned, they do not farm yam more than Bendel people. Because even as a child, I know the name of over 40 species of yam. From Umbwa to Okpenye, to Joku, to Agene, to Ore. So many names of yam. How would my ancestors know the name of yam if they are not real dealers of yam? But why am I saying this? You will not hear Eka is doing cultural yam festival, Eka is doing cultural festival. Because according to our value, our time frame differs. And so you hear Umunede are doing their new yam festival. That is Umunede. And the next time you hear Abopi people are doing their new yam festival, it's just the same way. And sometimes they don't even want to confuse it because they believe that day is sacred to every community. There are much beneath New Yam Festival that you know. And that is why you will never see Abo people doing New Yam Festival in London because we don't want to prove that we own Siam. Hausa don't own Siam. There is no need for validation. We only, according to our value, acknowledge not just the blessing of God, but save life. But you don't understand. But the Igbo Biafra, we make it very popular. New Yam Festival, they will soon start. It's almost around the corner. This is their value. And so when we become Anyoma in the southeast, all of us will now be wearing Isiago. What happened to our cultural value? You can't misplace it. You can steal it. Shine with it. We will not tell you anything. This is our value. But there are your values that will not go well with us. Talking about this cultural value, one person will wake up one day and say, all the Igbo people sit at home, and all the Igbo people sit at home. And you are a man, you come and tell us to sit at home. Onye who born you? But are we this aggressive? This is the true culture of live and let's live. You must respect each other's boundary. And this is one thing we are known for. I keep telling you, in here, as Abo people, we quarrel every day. But you see, our values say, if you cannot move with this person, avoid the person. For two reasons. Number one, in here, you don't kill the person, you will come and start mourning, as Igbo Biafra does. They go behind, kill their own brother and sister, and come and say, it's Fulani headsmen, oh, they are killing us, but they are the one killing their people. We don't do that. How are we going to manage it? That is why we are telling you, all this Anyoma rubbish you are trying to create, you are not ready for what is coming. The number two reason why we don't quarrel ourselves is because it could be obvious on this journey we are not meant to work together. I should not term you as my enemy. If I can't tolerate you, I avoid you. Do you know why? Because after this junction, you will meet another junction. Maybe at this junction, we can't function. I have to leave you. Then at the next junction, you may be the one saving my life. I may be the one saving your life. Imagine how many millions of people Ojukwu led to their death in the name of looking for imaginary Biafra. Compromised Biafra before it was even created. Imagine if all those people were alive. Imagine. Imagine if somebody was able to checkmate Ojukwu. Imagine. Achuze, do you see anybody identify with Achuze? Do you see anybody identify with Chukwumanzogo? Do you see anybody who carried this thing in their head? We could only advise them. This is our value. And it's not your value. When we talk about money, you brag, oh, you are richest, you are richest, Igbo is the richest tribe, Igbo is the richest tribe. But other tribes have richest tribe. Yoruba can boast as well. Hausa can boast as well. Not because three of you are richest tribe, because three of you are the one who is with our treasury. You have access to our purse. It's the one you give us minority. That is the one we will take. But our value has made us to be comfortable. Now, I'm not talking to Yoruba and I'm not talking to Hausa. If they are trying to claim anybody, that is their business. But it is the people trying to claim me. That is my concern. You know, it all started with Biafra agitation. As we move on, I see we cannot align. Because they insult their father. They insult all their tribe people. You had a video now, the Kanu said, they are cursed people. Nobody asked him that question today. We are still celebrating, Hamadike, Hamandiara. That is your region. That is your value. Watch all the people you are hiring, that they are content creator. Ask any of them to insult about people. No, just come on and say, about people are useless and this one, and you did not caution yourself. May the Lord be with you. Because they will touch the heart of what you hold dear. They will not unalive you. They will not, no aggression. But you will know you wrestle with the dead. Is it because you cannot walk away with it? The land itself will vomit you. This is our value. And so each time you are united, you unite here, you unite here. There are truths we know. We don't want to confront you. How are you going to manage it? The New Year Festival, you people learn from us. Because you are on social media doing New Year Festival in Germany, New Year Festival in Toronto, America, Canada, everywhere. You think I'm there listening to your bullshit that it belongs to you? No wonder Yoruba don't celebrate New Year Festival openly. But they do have New Year Festival. And every culture does. You value. Some are loud, some are quiet. But this is the problem now. And the purpose of this very broadcast. When you go to the market, in most cases you can be deceived by projecting fake product as if it's valuable. Look at the true content of that product. And then you can ascertain the value. Let's assume you are fooled into believing that a fake gold was actually a pure gold. You buy it huge amount. It is because of the value of the pure gold. What happened when you discover that you have been deceived and they sold fake gold to you? What happens to you? That is exactly the problem of Nigeria. We are promising, looking forward as expensive country, valuable country, but they just change all of us. And now that we have known, what do you think will happen? The only thing you do is make amends. You could lie because you started with a lie and say, bro, I didn't know I sold the fake gold to you. Please return it. Let me change it. We will even trust you more. We will come and patronize you the next time. But by the time it is obvious you have sold to us fake gold, and we are seeing that it's fake gold, and because your mouth is wider than my mouth, you want me to believe that the fake gold I am having is the original gold, and you want me to trust you and come to you, we will react in many ways. We will react in many ways. And this message is simple. When you try to build unity, first of all, align the values. Because these things you people are pushing to us, you may succeed because people are not thinking properly. But the people will know the truth very soon. And they will react in different ways. And we don't wish Nigeria to go into any crisis. We don't want Nigeria going into any other form of crisis. Okonjo-Iweala recently made a comment and said that people should appreciate President Ahmed Bola Tinubu because he's able to stabilize the economy. And now that the economy has been stabilized, we can expect growth. These are English terms. English terms in such a way that when somebody is unconscious, the first thing you do is to revive the life by making the person stable before you can begin to give treatment. He didn't say President Ahmed Bola Tinubu have repaired Nigeria. He just said on the emergency bed, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu has just succeeded in sustaining our life. But you will not understand in many ways. Because if it were before, you will be hearing rubbish. Tinubu do this, Tinubu do that, Tinubu do this. All of you, we are waiting for your campaign. Start. But try and look at that comment section. I was in one of them. When I look at comment, I look who is making it. When I look at comment, I look who is making it. Lo and behold, Igbo Biafras are everywhere. Oh, she has eaten Adam's apple. Oh, she has collected her own share. Oh, you can't visit Aso Rock and come back. Oh, come to Nigeria and know that we are all of Igbo Biafra people. That is their value. Are they only Nigerians? Igbo Biafra. The unfortunate thing is that you people are not even Nigerian. Some of your father come from Israel, Abraham children. Some of you come from Equatorial Guinea, Kenya. Some of you don't know where you come from. You have seasoned the life of those in the southeast. All of them now are Igbo. That is all of your business if you are Igbo. Why can't Delta person, Bini person, Urubu person, why other tribes not talking? Are you people the only ones suffering? All of you are shocked. We know all these things all this while. We are waiting, you will repent. And you are not even repenting. You are going from worst to bad or from bad to worst. But believe me, go and work on your value. That was the last message of Omo of Okpanan to all of you. Go and put your house in order. Because already, you are inconveniencing us with your value in our own space. And don't worry, as you are pushing it, we'll be pushing it to our people. And you think they are not listening. We know how we behave. We don't come when you think we are coming. We keep record of what you do. We will not come for you when you think we are coming. But we are keeping record about what you are doing. That is why you see our people look as if they are perceiving. No, it's a strategy. It's part of our value. And then watch my comment section. You see Igbo Biafra people. I think they advised themselves recently. They don't call me Ogogoro man again. They don't call me uncompleted building, hungry man. They don't call me name again. Maybe somebody is advising them. That means we are working. Because if not, if insulting people is your value, insult me. Let me give you back my own value, back to back. And so if you are in Nigeria, there is an adage in my place that says, when you go to Yoruba land, respect them. When you go to Hausa land, respect them. When you are in your land, you can do your whatever. But don't talk down on them because they do something you don't do. Do you know how much they paid to acquire that knowledge? Do you know the sacrifice they made to get to that place to survive? And then all of a sudden you come out. We are the richest tribe. We are the this one tribe. We are the this. But yet you are the most marginalized. And now my message is simple. As a Nigeria, to survive from Nigeria, in Nigeria, you must work on your value. The value system is very important. We emulate the higher value system, not the lower value system. Somebody who come out and open baby factory cannot want me to attend to that value because my daughter will not work in baby factory. Somebody who will open eye and give drug to his own brother to go and sell, knowing fully well that brother may not return. We don't do that where I come from. Where I come from, we don't sleep with our mother. We don't eat human flesh. We see dead bodies sacred. And where you come from, you litter their dead body across the street. Did you not check this thing before you are trying to unite with us? Have you seen about person on social media that is a ritualist? He's doing okite, he's doing this one, he's doing buga buga. Even those who dare try it, they will never speak a word to anybody about it because they know they've crossed the boundary. And so, how can we flow? When I am brought up to reverend my parents, and you are brought up to insult your father, and we are going to be in the same region, me and you. Did you not notice what happened in Bender State? People with different value system. How did they survive? No, how did they survive? Because everybody was respecting everybody's boundary. We didn't have any issue. It's not because our values are entirely balanced, the same, but because when you get to a particular point, respect other people's value while you are protecting your own. That very year, when you people were teaching you people to speak your language and recolonize us, the Benin people have that privilege. Maybe Benin would have been saying, oh, here now, this one, here now, Benin. But the Oba of the Benin, the monarch of Benin at that era, made a parable and say, no, allow Asian to speak Asian, allow Eka to speak Eka, allow everybody to speak their language. No. But then you are here, Igbo Biafra. Hey, Kire is speaking Igbo. Oh, Anyama is speaking Igbo. They are Igbo. All of us say Ale. All of us say for market day. We agree it's your own. Carry. What about our value? Now we don't sell fake drug. We don't push drug. We don't poison our people. We don't declare it at home. We are not looking for Biafra. How about that? Let us stop deceiving our people. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. We are warning you for what is to come. Nothing more, nothing less. We may not be there after all. Most of you were not there when we were warning in Nandekano. Somebody we thought was normal. In many instances, I will tell the young man, this thing you are doing, my people will not tolerate it. This thing you are doing, I know how they behave. And one of those instances when we organized a program known as Shake Hand Across River Niger in Enugu State. At the end of that meeting, I was able to discuss with the late Omo of Okpanam the issue of Anyoma. She asked me a question that dug a very deep hole in my heart. He said, I love your submission, my son. But have you considered how he mentioned 3 names? How do we see it? He said, we see their body language, which is their value. They are not into it completely. But we need to begin to work towards it until we all align. And so instead of you jumping up and down, paying small boys, they say, oh, remember when you talk, and you were for market day, you can't call your why don't you work on your value? Go and put your house in order. I'm hungry. I live in an uncompleted building. I didn't go to school. But I'm contented with life. Christianity, for instance, is about value. When it tells you about virtue, it tells you those who are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. And when the Spirit of God controls your life, these are the evidence: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. These are the Christian value. And so any Christian that does not manifest this value certainly would not need anybody to tell them that they have work to do. Yeah, they are Christians, but they have work to do. Did you hear it? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. These are the Christian's value. And when you manifest them, undoubtedly, they will recognize you. What are your value that I have to emulate? No, what are your value? And the moment you are in the body of Christ, you manifest the negative values like heresy, drunkenness, hatred, backbiting, and the rest of the fruit of the flesh. You conflict each other. Because the other one wants peace, the other one wants war. You want to sit at home, you want to go and hustle. You are thinking of how to push fake drug, and I'm thinking of how to work very hard. So if you say you own everything that I own, how are you going to flow with me? Even in the Christian setting, different values. A lot of Catholic people, based on their value principle, cannot function in a Pentecostal church. They knew. That is why they have so many orders in Catholic church. When you are a native doctor, they give you the order of Semulumba. When you are a Rastafarian, they give you the order of a charismatic renewal. And whatever you choose, they give you the order. This was not because they want to create balance. So you people trying to create Anyoma, claim Anyoma, create sub-Igbo group, please. On this platform, please, go and work on your value. It's not too late to educate your people. And those of you who want to lower our value because you were paid chicken money, the truth will always catch up with you. Monkey will not give birth to dog. Dog will not give birth to lion. Neither can bad water come out from clean source, or clean water come out from bad source. Deal with it and work on the value. It's the same advice I give to Nigerians. If you like, pretend. The truth is irreplaceable. It cannot be compromised. It can be oppressed. It can be subdued. It can be buried for a very long time. Believe me, it will always resurrect. And then it's your end. You see this thing we are doing in one Nigeria. We are deceiving each other. Our value is influenced by our action. It is the value you have for Nigeria determines what you get. It's another election around the corner. You're beginning to hear them. I say, I will be president. I will be there. There was one on social media. He took a hammer and was breaking the bomb they placed on the road. He may be right, he may be wrong. I tried to analyze why the guy did that thing. He's an Igbo man. Maybe he's in his environment. Maybe he just come from abroad. Maybe he has money. He's a big shot, the richest tribe. And what he did, what other Igbo people constructed, he destroyed it. Maybe it was convenient in his movement, but the movement of his vehicle and the death of an innocent child, which one are we supposed to protect first? It's about patience. Everything will come to you. But no, they are very loud. He take a hammer and start breaking it. And the people who saw him, a young man, they are interviewing him. Come to my street and remove bomber. Even when it's damaging my car, you have to bear it. Your car better damage than for you to kill somebody because of reckless speeding. But he didn't check it this way. He's now quoting law he knows nothing about. Value is everything. It is value that gives us reason to work hard. It is the value of life that makes us struggle every day to be alive. Imagine suffering people are going through. Even the sick one don't want to die. They value life. You will not protect what you don't value. And you will not know what it truly means to live without value. You force us into a union we didn't call for. When the truth will come, it is our value that will upset the balance. And it will be too late for you to see that. And if I go beyond this point, you will not understand my message. But I want to believe I've been able to communicate to you. And so those of you who know where you come from, try and know your value. All of them may not make sense to you, but that is the only reason why we have survived to this very moment. If you want to survive like the Persian Empire, learn the values. If you want to survive like the Ethiopians, learn these values. But you want to destroy it, be gathering. You are hunter-gatherer, be gathering. Everything belongs to you. Good or bad, you are the champion. Continue. But one day you will know that there are many enzymes in the body which are supposed to destroy human being. But sometimes, when they are properly managed, they help build the blocks of life. And when they are abused, they destroy you. Imagine how many worms in your stomach. Imagine how many virus, tiny worms moving in your body, walking through your brain. But somehow along the line, your body manage all of them. Imagine the number of acid you carry in your stomach. If you know the quantity of acid in your stomach, how it dissolve bone, how it dissolve some strong food you eat, yet it can't tear your intestine. It is because all of them value each other and they maintain the balance. You people learn and stop insulting other ethnic group. Igbo Biafra get sense. Baby factory claiming we are Igbo, get sense. You can sell this lie, but the value will expose your hypocrisy. Let's go to the comment section and receive my insult so that we go. Somewhere along the line they say, oh, let's leave them, let's ignore them. No, we will not leave them. I see Achoibe, I greet you. Achoibe, good morning from here. We are South people, of course. Niger Delta, of course. Let them deal with it. I see what is there, Joseph. You say, is in the Mkurumini. That is the Igbo Biafra people. There is nothing they can do, only insult. And yet they want to unite with me. It's not as if they insult more than us, but it's not our style. Our value, only mad people behave like them. Mkurumini, a drug that does not have name in my dialect. How can I take it? But in their place, they are drug pusher. Fake drug. Drug that destroy lives of youth. That is why 90% of this Igbo Biafra, they are not cultured. You can't have a conversation with them. They are just like animal, even lower than animal. Because I can tell my dog, sit down there, and my dog will sit down. But they don't even understand that. Only to feed their ego. He just made and gave an emoji of laughing. Who is laughing at each other now? How proud are you about yourself now? Where is your Biafra? And who is this? Let's see. Because I love their insult. I love their insult. I see, Caitlin. I greet you, Caitlin. I see Mercy. I greet you, Mercy. He said, little did they know their allies. Little did they know that their allies say that they are fighting for Biafra, are doing it for their own greedy interest. They are misleading their poor people. That is just it. When you see Nedi Moko now begging for Igbo people, give Anyoma to Igbo people, you would think his people is protecting. In his mind, he will be the governor. When Anyoma is created, Igbo man will allow you to become governor. When Onitsha man can never be governor of Anambra State, they made a vow, they still to it till today. No Onitsha man will go to government house in Oka. You, Nedi Moko, only Igbo, you are going to become the governor of Anyoma. Push it with your power. Your power that we are having now. Urobo man now won't give us flyover. Who takes a kingdom by words if not action? What have we benefited? You buy sewing machine and give to single mothers. You think we don't know what you people do with them? Now we now have more single mother than single father because of people like you. They helping small children. You cannot talk to now. Wicked set of people like that. I greet you at that. You say good morning from here. Then somebody was trying to say that is Felix. He said, was it Igbo that did hunger protest the last time it happened? Understand, hunger protest or no hunger protest has nothing to do with our value. I am hungry. I did not protest. Those people value. They are hungry. They start protesting. When I'm hungry, I look for how to feed myself. This is the value I'm talking about. But if you want us to look deep into that, I will dig it out for you later on. Is there any problem in Nigeria you don't see Igbo Biafra people? What they do is impersonate people. Nigerian youth organized NSAS. Igbo Biafra infiltrated the whole process. What was the result? If Awusana want to do anything, you will see Igbo people born in baby factory in Awusala come and infiltrate the people and cause harm. If Abo people want to do now, have you people not begin to bring out baby factory manufactured in Abo? Could you come and claim Abo? You want us to profile those people doing hunger? This is how you call Hausa people Alamajiri. Did you not hear ordinary president making a program where Igbo people are shipping little children to Abuja now to go and do baby begging? Tomorrow they will say it's Hausa because certainly they will dress them like Hausa children. Now no get shame. Felice. Now no get shame. If they talk of value, say you dey insult your papa, they tell me about hunger. Am I not hungry? Why did I not go for protest? But we know how you people function and we will save you. Why did Oba of Benin suspend Egbake king? Now he forced Egbake people to rightfully start claiming their Igbo-ness. And that is your hallucination. Egbake is not Igbo. You can change their name to Igbo Akere. But they have to go through us to meet you. Because Egbake people, elders, has made a lot of mistakes in time past. And maybe what is going on will help their sense to come back home. Because Egbake people have misunderstanding with Obi of Agbo. They got angry and said they are not Abo again, that they are Benin. Just the same way Igbo people frustrated Ambazonia, and they left and gave us Bakassi Peninsula, gave us Adamawa State Atiku. That was the same thing that happened to Ibake. Benin gave us Ozanogogo, and then we gave them Ibake. So if Ibake is going anywhere, he's going to come to Abo. Because I don't see how they are going to cross. This one, Biafra or Igbo nation, it go plenty you. Because you go get North Igbo nation, North South Igbo nation, and I go to different location. I be then they go come collect Abo land, or I go buy road, or I go buy airways. You could not use on a brain. On our propaganda, no our value, no be our value. We have parables, idioms, that a single word will tell the whole story. They are coming back to their sense. And anybody back a person tell you, we use 4 market days. They are product of baby factory. Because the 4 market day does not belong to Igbo people. They claimed it. The same way Igbo people have only 3 live yam. Today now, they are the ones celebrating the New Yam Festival the whole world. Looking for validation all the time. Stop insulting your people. You people are Biafra, you are from Israel. Go to Israel. Let's know our real people in the southeast. Just that they have been weak, beaten down to submission all these years. Where you say Igbo, look like we are talking to all of them. But we will save them. You think Ijele is like your kind of Igbo? It's a shame. I see Golden Port, you say, they make noise everywhere. The Edo people do not do New Yam Festival called Emoro. But this Inyamere Biafra lunatic everywhere. And that is the truth. When you hear New Yam, you think they farm yam. They have only one species of yam, 3-leaf yam. We call it Ona. We call it Ona. So even that yam, they can grow in their place. We have it. If you farm it, we look you as a lazy man. Because you can just throw it anywhere, it just grow. This is where I bring the broadcast to an end. If you like, work on your value. If you don't like, drop your insult. And of course, every progressive-minded Nigeria here, let us have it at the back of our mind. The highest we can do for ourselves is to begin to develop a level of maturity where we will value other people's value. Most especially when they've not done anything wrong to us. You see Benin person, he feel like going naked on the street. It's their value. Respect them. As far as that nakedness ends in their home compound. Because if you naked to my compound to seduce me, you will collect. It's as simple as that. You see a Hausa person that like to kill everybody. Let him maintain that value and be killing everybody. But if you kill person in my place like that, they will collect. This is not something to boast of. But if you are doing what is good, and it's something worthy of emulation, we emulate. You say things that are pure, things that are holy, things that can edify. Meditate on these things. Have a nice day.